What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. White males are the problem. A white male says so. White males, you are the problem. If you're looking for a reason for anything in your life, understand that you are the reason that it's happening. You are the problem. You're the reason why we are in this situation. White men, white males, not all white males, but it is the white male that is the problem. It's just that simple. Very simple. You are the problem. You're the cause. You are the reason all of this is happening. You are the reason for a lot of things negative that has happened. It's because of white males and their inability to civilize themselves to the point to where they can see other human beings as actual humans. White males are the problem because you don't have a healthy enough respect for nature. White males are the problem because you don't have a healthy respect for flora and fauna. White males, you are the problem. That's why we are dealing with global warming. White males, the atrocities and genocides around the world have been manipulated, created by white men. White men, you are the problem. Now, what does that mean? First, you must recognize that you are the problem. You don't have to feel guilty about it. You just have to acknowledge that, you know what? I may be a white man, and I've never done any of these things, and I never caused any of these issues, but I recognize that white males are the problem. That's simple. And then once you recognize that you, the white male, are the problem, it gives you a golden opportunity to fix it. You do, in fact, have the ability to fix it. The past has shown that when a white male figures out that they are in fact the problem, that they do have the capability of fixing it. So, here's your opportunity. Fix it. Anyway, tell me what you think in the comment section. It's Afro Think Tank. Learn something, teach something. I'm out.
It's a white people problem. Specifically, a white male problem. White males make up the majority of MAGA. White males make up the majority of SA cases in the United States. White males make up the majority of SA cases when it comes to minors in the United States. White males make up the majority of the House of Representatives. White males make up the majority of the Senate. White males make up the majority of the executive branch. White males make up the majority of hate groups in the United States. Now, I'm not saying that all white males are the problem. I'm saying that a lot of the issues are owned by white males. The power structures and the problems. 2/3 of the 3 branches of government are majority white male. Now, the Supreme Court is a little bit different. You can look at it as majority white or majority male, but it's not majority white male, if that makes sense. So basically, all 3 branches of government are majority white male, with the exception of the Supreme Court, which is either majority white or majority male. So, my point being is that I fit the demographic of white male, yet I'm not involved in any of those groups whatsoever. And I know there's a bunch more white males like me. So I'm calling out all the other white males like me to help address the issues that other white males have caused. only about 30% of the US population is white male. So if 60% of white males lean Republican, that means out of the 30% of the population, they only make up about 18% of the population. So if we take our 12% and add it to everybody else who's not straight white male Republican, we'd make up around 82% of the voting bloc. And personally, I don't think it's right that 18% of the population is making the rules for the other 82%. 18% is in charge of everybody else. That don't seem right. So help me out, white males, step up if you haven't already, and keep doing what you're doing. And if you're on the wrong side, come join us. Come join the white males who care about other people, who care about our democracy, who care about making life better for everyone.
All right, y'all, say it with me now. The problem is white men. The problem in this country is white men.
Middle Passage, white people. Slavery, white people. Jim Crow, white people. Lynchings, white people. Trail of Tears, white people. Wounded Knee, white people. Asian internment camps, white people. The vast majority of gun violence, white people. You see a trend? January 6th, white people. Ahmaud Arbery, 3 white guys. George Floyd, white guys. The felon in the White House, a white man. You see a trend? But somehow, the white man has convinced stupid, uneducated, trailer park trash, three-teeth inbreds, white supremacists, Triple K members, that the brown people picking your almonds and your walnuts and your lettuce and your avocados, somehow they're the fucking problem. They're not. We are. And until we grasp that, we can blame and sit here with all of these left bro podcasters and the Pod Save America and the Midas Touches and talk about, oh, it's the cost of eggs. It's the cost of gas. Fuck it is. No, it's not. Why haven't we had a woman president? Why did we go from a black president to the most corrupt white man in the history of our country? Why did the majority of white people, the only demographic that didn't vote for Harris, and that same demographic didn't vote for Zohran Mamdani? Because we're the problem. Because there is a chunk of this country that is afraid that the white majority is going away. And they're going to kick and scream like little children, like Santa Claus taking away your present, because they think that their traditional family values is going away. And this country and the Republican Party has done a good job of indoctrinating a bunch of white men. And just me saying this, leave this country, lib, that's indoctrination. It's a fact. Every sentence, this is how it goes. Once upon a time, freedom, God, Jesus, freedom, freedom, Second Amendment. I went on vacation to Hawaii, freedom, Second Amendment, freedom, freedom, bedfold eagles, freedom, the greatest in the world. This is how their brains are working because they don't have critical thinking. They've been indoctrinated. And for them to be woke, which means actually seeing this country for what it is, it's breaking their brains because they've been lied to their entire life, and their version of American exceptionalism is bullshit. And they know it is, and they don't want it to be because they want their whiteness to keep them at the top of the food chain. Have yourself a white day.
Nothing will piss me off more than a white man insulting a woman. I lied. Nothing will piss me off more than a white man insulting a woman of color. You are just a weak little man.
I'm so sick of this male loneliness epidemic bullshit. And they're like, oh, there's gonna be a mass extinction event for these fucking loser ass, a lot of white men that can't get laid and can't find partners and can't fucking leave the basement and can't fucking function in human relationships. Yeah. You know what? Evolve or die, bitches. Evolve or die. Because women are out here evolving. And even the most misandrist, man-hating women on the planet, myself included, if you're an actual man with real fucking alpha energy, we melt. We do unspeakable things to you. So yeah, it's not us. It's you. It's you. You're the problem. You're the problem.
This country's immigration problem pales in comparison to the white male problem. If you were to take all of the white male dominance and violence out of the American equation, you would have a country that is far more peaceful than it is right now. If you think that immigration is the United States' biggest problem, you're not paying attention. The white male problem, especially when it comes to violence, especially when it comes to violence to women, is all white men. The numbers are insane. And yet it is the white man who is perpetrating all of the violence in the immigration conversation. ICE is led by white men, predominantly. Donald Trump, an old white man who is determining the consciousness of this country and swaying a lot of younger white men and older white men who were already, predators and in the belief that because of patriarchy, they're entitled to certain luxuries, a certain way of living, a certain quality of life, a certain standard that is completely made up. We took this country by force, by blood. The last thing that we should be doing is preaching about immigration when this is literally a country made of immigrants. And when you see white men trying to sway the political process, try to sway public perception and say that immigration is the problem and that's why we're in this situation, what they're really doing is misdirecting you from the real problem, which is them. I'm a white man. I can speak very clearly to the entitlements that I have had that other people don't have even now. And if we aren't addressing those problems, we are not addressing what is wrong with America. And I'm sorry if you're a white man and you feel like you're being attacked. This country was literally made by white men for white men in the 50s, maybe before that, after World War II. That the model of society we have was made by white men for white men. That needs to change now. That needs to be acknowledged now. That needs to be transformed now, which takes precedence over immigration. Is there an immigration problem in this country? Sure. But let's deal with that after we deal with the bigger problems causing the majority of violence in this country.
If you're white and live in the UK, you are the fucking problem. You complain about all the foreigners taking your jobs. But Rodney, you're just a fat cunt sitting at home doing fuck all. You're too lazy to work, so who's actually taking your jobs? It's the foreigners that come over, work hard and want to better their lives. Unfortunately, nowadays, the English typical white people are too lazy to fucking do anything. They just want to live off the government, have 10 kids, get benefits, sit there drinking all day and do fuck all with their lives apart from complain.
The good news is, old couchfucker says that we don't have to apologize for being white anymore. Like that was ever the case. I swear, white men love playing the victim. And I think I figured out why. Because everything is stacked in our favor. Like literally everything is set up, even systemically, to benefit us. There comes with that a pressure to succeed. Like when everything's stacked in your favor and you don't succeed, that sucks because that's all on you. And so in order to cope with the mediocrity of white men, we love to play the fucking victim and act like things are stacked against us when they were not. So that gives us a built-in excuse when we suck.
Whites are the problem in America. You guys are the issue. You guys, you people.
We're trying to get better.
Clump? Whitey?
My stance on it is whatever Will Compton decides, I think we go with as the former Washington.
White people are the problem. They are the problem. White people ain't White people killed Charlie Kirk. White people enslaved nations of people. White people ruined this country. White people, not black people. Black people built this country from the ground up. White people came and ruined it. The Italian mob, the Russian mob, the Irish mob. America was divided before I came and talked to you.
Let me ask you.
You were sitting here with people who disagree with Trump and you agree with Trump.
Yeah.
That's division.
Freedom of speech.
That's division. I didn't divide you.
No, you're saying black and white are different.
What's the difference? So what's the difference between me saying that and what's his name? Stephen Johnson saying the Democrats are the problem? Is Stephen Johnson not dividing the country politically?
100%.
Is Donald Trump not dividing the country politically?
100%.
Is his office not dividing the country politically?
100%.
So white people are the problem. Not some black man that's sitting out here asking interviews. I'm not dividing the country. White people are dividing the country.
Hold on.
And to that point, when was America ever united?
Hold on.
When was America?
We haven't been. That's the fucking problem. Hold on.
Who caused that?
Hold on.
Who caused that?
Fucking white people.
So what should happen to white people for dividing the country?
Donald Trump's not the problem. MAGA's not the problem. ICE isn't even the problem. They're all symptoms. I mean, ICE is a imminent problem. They're an invading force in multiple cities and states, and they are literally a weaponized version of the Klan that is state-sponsored and has endless amount of money for some reason. But even if all three of those went away today, we would still have the problem. And the problem is this. White people who look like you and me, we've allowed white supremacy to flourish in this country for generations and generations and generations, so long that people don't even recognize it, myself included sometimes, right? I had a moment just last weekend or just earlier this week in New Orleans where I was speaking with a guy on a trolley who grew up there. And he's like, well, you're from the South, right? I grew up in North Carolina. That is the South. You might want to fight me on that. It's not the deep South. He said, you know why everyone's so polite here? And I was like, I don't. And he was like, well, we had to be. He was like, everyone had to be polite to each other, especially black people to white people, because if we didn't address them properly, we would get killed. I make U.S. history content, and I didn't even think about that. I grew up in the South, and I didn't even think about that. That's how normalized every day white supremacy is in our country. And if the white people in this country don't decide that they're going to extricate the cancer that is white supremacy from themselves, from their homes, from their communities, from everything that they are surrounded with, we will be right back in this position 5 years from now, 10 years from now, however long it takes for the cycle to regenerate, because it will happen. Trump's not the problem. MAGA's not the problem. ICE isn't the problem. It's white supremacy. It's been white supremacy. It will be white supremacy. It's always been that. And if we don't work towards it to fix it now, then when? Oh, and by the way, if you're a white person watching this, guarantee you, when we get rid of white supremacy and the systemic white supremacy that kills people every day, every single one of us will be healthier. We'll all be wealthier. We'll have better access to food. We could even have walkable cities. We could have walkable cities, but that's white supremacy. In action, right? The way we've designed our cities is white supremacy in action. So just think about where you want this country to be in 5 or 10 years. Think about how loud you want to be. You will lose people. That's okay. We'll have each other. Let's go for it.
Every accusation is a confession. I will not elaborate.
Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! Free Sudan! Boycott diamonds and gold! We most definitely cannot forget about the people of Sudan!
Thanks for watching Afro Think Tank. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And follow me on Substack and Patreon for more content. Remember, it's Pan-Africanism or nothing.